sorry, I will show you this. So that's it. Going to. Now, the state coast of Africa, which is stretched all the way from Goree Islands in Senegal all the way through to Calabar. But right in the middle is Lagos. Lagos is right there. Okay. So you have Quiddah, which is in the Republic, and that's the kingdom of kingdom of Dahomey up there, kingdom of Guinea, and this is described as kingdom of Lagos right there. But this map was 16th century map, so it must be sometime like 17 something. But you can see that Africa was explored. It was totally explored. I mean, they came and charted all the coastlines. They hadn't gotten into the hinterland per se, so because that's required. I mean, Africa was the white man's grave. Thank God, mosquitoes and everything kept them away from going into the hinterland because of all the swamps and everything. So next slide. Now, Lagos. If you come to the coast of Lagos, in about 1660, Arobire, who with his people migrated from, fellow Aworis migrated from somewhere to be fair along the way, but passed the Ikeja to and settled initially in the Edo Island. Along the way, Arobire crossed from Edo to Lagos Island and established the farm, which was called Oko, which is called farms Oko, but people believe that the name Oko came from that analogy. Now, so the settlers there evolved and became owners of the land. I mean, other people came in and they settled and they had possession of land, and we had the Dejo white cap chiefs being established, chieftains started, and that still exists today. And they are the actual landowners of Lagos as we know it. The delegation came from the above Benin, sometime along the coast, because they had anticipated contact with the Portuguese, who had made a location point or contact point or rendezvous point in Lagos Island, somewhere around what you call Magazine Point, where the yacht club is now. That was essentially the entry point into Lagos, and so the Portuguese had made arrangements that they would meet with the Benin, people from Benin there to establish a point of contact. Okay, so the Benin also, when they came in, they asked permission to set up a camp where they would wait for the Portuguese. And the word for camp in Benin, sadly corrected, is Eco. So people say Eco is actually a Benin word for camp. So after some time, whether they made contact with the Portuguese or not, I'm not sure. But on their return, the prince, one of the delegation, the prince, died, and there's this fear of amongst the Aworis, how do we take back the dead prince? I mean, and incur the wrath of the king of Benin. A certain Prince Ashipa, who was Ife and had married a lady from Benin, but finally she had been taken back because he had not fulfilled all the rights required to marry the princess from Benin. So he volunteered to escort the corpse and the embassy and the delegation back to Benin. On reaching there, rather than incur the wrath of, rather than witness the wrath of the king was happy. I was happy that, he eventually did this and honored him by making him the Oba of Lagos, appointing him the Oba of Lagos. In short, making Lagos, the vassal state of the Benin Kingdom. So Ashikpa, who's an Goree, now became the Oba of Lagos. Well, but before his installation, he had died. I mean, he died before his installation, and his son, Ado, was now installed the Oba. Now, with Ashikpa earlier had come the little Kudibo and Vanikoro, who were advisors to the king, who came to help establish the new state of Lagos, a new extension of the name Lagos. So when they arrived initially in Southern Indo, that's actually where the larger community of the Aworis were. And but you know, the guys who were on the island, Ashikpa and Co, were now not pleased that they had to pay title or had to pay taxes to the Oba of Benin, and refused to do this until I think Ado, before he could decide to relocate his government to the island where he could actually enforce this. But before he relocate to the island, he dies, and his son Gabaro in 1669 established the first palace. Now, Gabaro's son, Gabaro's brother, Akishamoyin, I mean, because you know how things are, Sydney rivalry and everything, had been sent off or had gone off to exile in Quiddah. Quiddah was appointed Quiddah earlier, which is if that's Lagos there, Quiddah is just down here along the coast in Benin Republic, where the Portuguese were fully sequestered, and where he met the Portuguese and prospered and learned the slave trade. When his brother died, Gabaro died, he was invited back to become the Oba. On his way back, he invited the Portuguese. So that marked the beginning of the slave trade in Lagos. I will fast forward and not get into too much of the details of what transpired in that period. But we know that between 1600 and 1800, Africa became the largest exporter of slaves in the world, contributing almost 80% of slaves at the time. And most of this came from West Africa. You can imagine the sheer numbers of people that were exported from Africa